Hey Aries, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for July 4th through the 10th. This is for Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to check in here and see what messages are coming up for the Aries collective. Keep in mind this is a general reading. Not every single message is going to resonate. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Also, you may see this video a few weeks from now, a few months from now, a few years from now. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it, right? So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what's coming up here for Aries Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. Move you all just a little bit closer. So the first card coming up here is the Eight of Swords. And this is a card that can come up in a few different ways, okay? Sometimes Eight of Swords comes up because we feel stuck in a situation, but the message with the Eight of Swords is that it's not as bad as you think, and you're not as stuck as you are. There's a lot of symbolism here in this picture. That rope is not around her very tight. She can very easily shimmy her way out of that, push that blindfold off of her eyes, and see that she's not stuck. She's not trapped. She has plenty of room to walk. These swords that she thinks are imprisoning her, she can even grab a few, take them with her. She can sell them. She can use them as tools, as weapons, as, anything, right? So sometimes the thing that we think is the problem that's keeping us trapped, we can turn it around and use it to our advantage or work with it instead of working against it. The Eight of Swords also comes up sometimes when we're kind of being given a warning or a heads up by our guides or by spirit about what we're manifesting or what we're calling in energetically. Sometimes I see this card come up for people who, like, you're waking up, you're ascending, you're evolving, you're changing, but the people around you aren't. Like, your friends and family might not be waking up, they might not be ascending. There may be things that you're wanting to do in your life that you're interested about, like you're wanting to get out there, and you may have a hard time finding people to do these things with you, and you start to feel really frustrated. Like, you know what, God, universe, angels, guides, give me the person to do these things with me or to pull me out of the situation. The problem is this, okay? You're currently, those of you who are feeling this way, you're currently in an environment that's the energy you used to be in, right? You're ascending, you're no longer vibing with that environment, and now you want out. But you're looking in that environment for somebody else to get you out of there. They're not going to be in that environment. So you have to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and step outside of the circle. Then you're going to find the people that you can vibe with, that you can go do these new interests with, that are going to be higher vibrational, but they're not going to be in the current circle. So you kind of have to push yourself out of your comfort zone and go out into the unknown. Also, the Eight of Swords reminds us that energy attracts energy and like attracts like. So if you're feeling stuck and you're wanting someone to come in and pull you out of it, best case scenario, you're going to call in somebody that matches your vibe and feels the same way that you feel, and then you guys are going to get frustrated with each other. Like you're always having me figure everything out. What do you mean? I'm always having you figure everything out. You're always having me figure everything out. Like, it's just two people that are looking to the other for direction, and nobody knows where you're going, and it can be very frustrating. That's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is that we attract opportunists. We attract people that see us as feeling stuck and helpless, and they may present themselves to be some hero or somebody with all the answers. Meanwhile, they see us as like a sitting duck, and we're just ripe for the picking. We're just ripe to be taken advantage of. So that's the worst case scenario. So we need to step out of that energy, step out of that mindset, know and realize that we are not helpless, okay? And the things that we think are working against us, we can actually use to our advantage. Get out of that energy, get out of the circle, find the higher vibrational people, and live happily ever after. But we've got to get moving. If she stays like this, she's in a lot of danger, right? She's putting herself in a very vulnerable position, in a very vulnerable situation by just staying there waiting for someone to come along and help her. Because somebody may come along and say, oh, sitting duck. So we don't want to be a sitting duck. We want to get moving. Movement is better than nothing. Sometimes we learn through trial and error, and that's fine. But movement is better than nothing, okay, with this Eight of Swords energy. I also feel, Aries, for a lot of you, this is financial. And I feel like you need to be cautious. You need to be careful because you may have people coming in and they may be offering you like investment ideas or different kinds of like, oh, money management things or business proposals, but they may be, as I said, taking advantage of the situation, and there's not going to be profit in it for you. They're just taking the money and running. You don't want to put yourself in that kind of situation. It's not all about money, but that's the message that's coming in here for some of you. The next card that's coming up here for Aries is the wheel. What did I say? Movement is better than nothing. And now we have the wheel. If that's not confirmation, my darlings, I don't know what is. Now, this is a major arcana card, so this should give you some reassurance. The major arcana cards come up when the things that we're dealing with, the situation that we're currently dealing with, is directly connected to something we came here to learn and to master. So we have a lot of free will in our life. We have a lot of wiggle room, but there are some lessons we came here to learn. There are certain things that are scheduled upon our path. So the major arcana cards are like the things that are scheduled in for us. So essentially, you can't fail. You can't fail as long as you don't give up. The major arcana cards come up when we're coming into a new chapter, when we're coming into a significant turning point. And so at these transitions where we're meant to learn something or grow in a certain way, our angels and guides are with us. They're helping us. We can't fail as long as we keep moving forward. As I said, there may be trial by error. We may learn and we may say, oh, I wish I would have, not done it this way. I wish I would have done it that way. That's all part of the learning process, right? And if we apply those things, then we come into Emperor or Empress energy, right? We're like, we've just grown, we've learned from our mistakes, we've come back bigger, we've come back better, and nothing can hold us down. Like, we're like practically invincible. So there's a whole path, there's a whole journey to that point. This wheel of fortune is telling us it's time to move on, it's time to move forward, it's time for a new cycle. And so you need to get going. You need to move forward. I also feel here, Aries, that some of you are predicting or like intuitively you feel there's some kind of a storm coming. You feel like there's some kind of storm on the way. This could be in your personal life. Some of you may be really, really, really following economical cycles and things right now, and you may be very concerned about economics and the trends and the things that are coming in. I don't know why I keep getting money vibes. So I feel like a lot of you Aries might be really focused on money right now. Nothing wrong with that. I'll also address the energy for those of you who are not focused on money right now. But for those of you who are focused on money right now, the wheel reminds us that money is gonna fluctuate, right? There's times a ton of it's coming in, or it's coming in very abundantly, and then there's times it's just crickets and tumbleweeds and things kind of dry up or they're slow. We don't have to freak out. We don't have to worry, as long as when it's coming in, we're being wise with it. We're not burning through it like it's, going out of style, or, like as long as we're being cautious with it and wise with it, when the slow time comes, well, then we have our little, stash, we have our little savings from the busy time, and we can enjoy the downtime. We can enjoy the slow time and just kind of rest, recharge, recover, maybe even take a trip or travel or treat or pamper yourself in some way. And you can rest assured knowing that I'm okay. I have something put away and I can enjoy this slow cycle. Things can't be go, 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 go all the time. We need the slow times to rest, to recover, to recharge, to focus on friendships, relationships, love, artistic endeavors, creativity, spirituality. There are so many other facets to life. And so it can't just be go, 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 busy, 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 grind, 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 hustle, hustle, hustle all the time. So you can enjoy that slow time and you can use it to enrich your life and not be freaked out or worried about money because you have it stashed away, you have it put away, right? Just a little at a time. Like the squirrels go around, they get their little acorns, they put them away in the tree, and then when the winter comes and they can't go anywhere and they got to stay inside, they're good, they're comfortable, they're all hunkered down, they have all their little snacks and all their little goodies, like they're happy, right? And so we can do the same if we learn to work within the cycles instead of seeing it as a bad thing. That cycle is going to come regardless. So we may as well set ourselves up to be as comfortable in that cycle and enjoy it as much as possible, right? It can actually be a really good thing, a really fun thing, right? So just something to think about, something to consider here. If you're not worried about money or if you're not focused about money, this could just be about getting unstuck and moving away from the things that are causing you pain. Sometimes something is causing us pain. We feel rejected. We feel like we're not being valued, or we feel like we're not being appreciated. And this can be in a work situation. You're like, I'm working myself to the bone here. They keep overlooking me. They don't give me a raise. They don't give me a promotion. And I'm jumping through all these hoops. And we don't feel valued. Or in your family or friendships or unrequited love, or maybe you're dating someone who's just like treating you like crap or whatever it might be, right? We feel hurt. We feel hurt by the situation. And what do? We go to the situation that's hurting us and we look for the cure in the situation that's hurting us. We're not going to find it. We're not going to find the cure in the situation that's hurting us. We have to remove ourselves from what's hurting us and find the cure elsewhere. So moving forward, trusting that there's more out there. The next card that's coming up here for Aries, is the Nine of Pentacles. What did I tell you? I said some of you are really focused on money right now. Now, Nine of Pentacles can come up in a couple of ways, not only money, so we'll talk about that, but the Pentacle cards are oftentimes seen as finance cards or financial cards, and the Nine of Pentacles has a lot to do with successful self-employment, like financial independence. Some of you may be dissolving a partnership or a previous agreement and like going into doing something on your own. If you've been stuck in situations that are uncomfortable because you couldn't afford to get out because you were dependent on somebody financially, you may be manifesting this financial independence where you can get out on your own or get away from a person or situation. Nine of Pentacles also often comes up for me in my readings to say that we may have experienced things that we're deeming to be failures. Like, I tried to do that, it didn't work out, it failed miserably, I wasn't any good at it. But the Nine of Pentacles for me in my readings comes up to basically say the reason why this is because there was a lot of anxiety. Nine of Pentacles has the layer to it of mastering our anxiety, overcoming our anxiety, and being able to be successful as a result. So some of you may be picking something up that you had tried to do in the past, but your anxiety got in the way, stress got in the way, insecurities, negative ego, negative self-talk kind of came in and sabotaged you. but you may be getting control, that whole mind over matter aspect, and getting in control of your anxiety. So this time it's going to succeed. This time you're going to prevail. I see that message coming with the Nine of Pentacles sometimes too. So the Nine of Pentacles, in terms of things outside of, like, say, money or career or projects, can also be being in a situation where we're being noticed. And maybe we feel like we're being noticed, but that person or those people or that organization may not be stepping on up to us. They might not be saying anything. And the reason for that, the Nine of Pentacles sometimes comes in with the element of, like, you're being examined at this time, you're being watched, they're taking note, and they're maybe trying to get a good idea of who you are, like what your character is. Are you really what you seem to be? Like, kind of understanding you better, taking notes before they take steps. So eventually, in my experience with the Nine of Pentacles, eventually they're going to take steps. Eventually they're going to take actions. But right now is like the time that you're being examined and understood and evaluated, because they might be looking at the situation like, okay, well, how can I approach this? How can I make this successful? It can be in personal situations, in a love situation. It could be somebody who's admiring you. You notice the spark, the chemistry, but they may not be taking steps right away because they're just trying to figure out, are you really what you seem to be? So the Nine of Pentacles is good. Like, overall, it comes in with the energy that these are steps forward. These are steps where you're making progress, you're moving up, you're coming into independence, you're in control of your thoughts and your feelings, you're in control of your finances. So Aries, some of you maybe have been feeling for a while like things are out of control, but these cards are coming in with a really nice progression that are giving us a sense or a feeling of moving on, moving forward, getting unstuck, getting in control, right? So this is good. This is like, now you're heading in a good direction. The next card coming up for Aries is the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups can come up in a few different ways. It can come up where we have several options to consider, and we're like, gosh, what do? I don't want to make the wrong choice. I don't want to pick the wrong thing. Which one should I focus on? Which one should I choose? And the message here, a lot of the times, is because we're coming into unlimited thinking. You went from thinking stuck, there's no hope, there's no solutions, I'm completely and totally stuck, I'm completely and totally helpless, to moving on, moving forward, getting in control of your thoughts and feelings, and realizing, hey, wait a minute now, I'm actually not stuck. I'm starting to see solutions here. I'm starting to see how this could work out, right? Like, your crown chakra is clearing and unblocking, and you're beginning to see solutions. And now you feel stuck because you're like, there's several options and I don't know what to choose. So you go from feeling stuck because you think that there's no choices, to now you're feeling stuck because there's several choices and you're scared you're going to pick the wrong thing. First and foremost, Aries, give yourself permission to want what you want. Somebody at some point in your life made you feel like you like stupid, insignificant, superficial things. And sometimes it happens in our childhood. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, please buy me this cereal. Please buy me this toy. Please buy me this. Please buy me that. No, put that away. I'm not spending my money on that garbage. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess I like garbage then. And you start to teach yourself not to like things or not to want things because you think you like stupid things. First and foremost, if you're feeling like, I don't know what to choose, I'm going to choose the wrong thing, give yourself permission to want what you want. Secondly, write down a list of these options, a list of these choices, and then one by one, kind of just daydream and imagine yourself living that life. And pay attention to how you feel when you're seeing these scenarios in your head. Which ones made you the happiest? Which ones resonated with you? Which ones felt really good to you? Make note of that. Once you have note of that, start to do your research. What do I have to do to make this happen? Do I have to travel? Do I have to invest financially? Do I need to buy equipment? Do I need some kind of special training or certification or license? How much time is it going to take? How might I come up with the resources I need for it? And once you do all that with the list of the things that made you happiest, now it's going to be very clear right in front of you which ones are the things that you can start right now and which ones are going to be the bigger long-term goals that you're going to work your way up to. So now you went from feeling stuck and hopeless without any direction to having a very clear plan right here on paper in front of you. Maybe it's a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. You know what direction you're going in. Now it's very clear to you and you know how to get there. So this is a really powerful shift, a very powerful shift. Okay. This is significant here. So you're getting unstuck, you're getting unblocked, and you're coming into like taking back your power, right? Not feeling so vulnerable, not feeling so helpless, and remembering who you are. Okay, remembering who you are. Because you're not a weak person, Aries. Aries is not weak. Aries in general are not weak, right? Somewhere along the way, maybe somebody took advantage, or life happened and you got knocked down and you forgot who you were. But you're gonna remember again, and you're coming back, right? Like Return of the Mac, like the song Return of the Mac. All right. So this is very positive. Very, very positive. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. Uh, you may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. There's a link in the description of the video that will take you to my scheduling page, calenslee.com/amethystangelite. You can schedule a private reading with me there. Love readings for July are linked in the description of the video. And every single day I post a daily message on this channel that has been helpful for a lot of people. So if you want to start off your day with a little message here, maybe get into some positive energy, be sure to check out the daily messages as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. And hopefully I'll see you all in the dailies. Take care and be well, my darlings. Bye.